It's Junie, and here we are, 2025. And my gosh, today is already into the second week of January. It just seems to be going so fast. Life is just traveling so fast. And I don't know, part of my 2025 intentions is to slow down in this crazy, fast paced life. Slow down and make the things that I choose to do in a day are the things that are a real priority, that I've chosen with discernment where I want to put my time and energy. So I invite you to think about that too, because my gosh, we can totally get swept up, right? With so much going on. So I want to talk to you today about my next author mentorship bootcamp retreat. If you have been thinking about writing your book, please listen to this, okay? Please listen to my invitation to you, because we're starting a new year. And if this is a dream that keeps coming back, like if it's something you've been wanting to do for a long time and you just never get around to it. I mean, how many things don't we get around to? There's just so many things we want to do, and how many things can we do and choose to do? But if it's something that calls to you and you know that it's a soul intention, it's not a passing fancy, wouldn't that be nice if? Or if somebody or other people have been saying, you should write a book, you have an amazing story. But if it's not your thing to do that, then no, it's not your thing to do that. But if it is, if they say that and it resonates, or you tell yourself that and have been, then again, don't consider it a dream. Consider it a destiny, that you wouldn't be called to write a book if it wasn't something that your soul would like you to manifest and do. And I understand that. Oh my gosh. Right now I'm at this fabulous place. I'm a writer in residence in a place in British Columbia. It's called Lake Cowichan. And sorry, I've been using my computer around a bit. And I'm here to write my next book, which is my book of healing letters. It's called If You Only Knew, a book of healing letters. And I'm so excited that Marcy Shinoff has agreed to endorse it. Wow, thank you. So back to you, and back to why I want you to stay with me if writing a book. Also, if you know somebody that's been talking about that for a long time, you might want to send her this video, or him, of course. I have to, be real and honest. It's not for the faint of heart. I can't say that it's easy peasy, but it is so worthwhile. And it can be easy flow and joy, and that the words just show up on the page because we so know what we want to say. There's so many parts to it. I don't know where to begin, other than to say that if you think to yourself, as most of us have, is, oh, well, who am I to write this book? It's besides, so many people have written it already, the same topic, or I don't know how to write, or I don't know how to spell, or I don't know how to. Those are just our ego coming in and trying to protect us, to give us a safety route. And I know it's going to be outside of your safety, or not your safety zone, but your comfort zone. Of course it is. Writing a book, putting your name out there in the world is a big deal. And it is so worth it if you have a story to tell. Maybe it's your story. Maybe it's yours. Maybe it's your life story. Maybe you are an elder like I am, and you've lived a life. You've learned a lot of things. You've gleaned wisdom along the way. Maybe there are certain things in particular that you've learned, for certain things that you've overcome, for instance, that you could make someone else's life easier. And you've got the magic bullet. You know how to do that. You know what it took to go through that particular time in your life and how you succeeded. Wow. Well, that's a great motivation right there. And you don't need to know, well, what will I say next and how will I do it? That's where I come in. I've been a writing coach, well, wow, for 35 years. And I've been helping writers write their book, #1 best-selling books on Amazon for 15 years, maybe. And I've been a writer all my life. And I'm on to my 8th book. And I love what I do. I'm passionate about it. I know how to help you get a #1 status book out there, a page turner. And the other thing that I know how to do is to help you move through whatever concerns you have. I'm a psychotherapist, and one of the things that I help people do is they write their book. When triggers come up, either triggers of, oh my God, what if somebody reads this and I don't want them to, or what if, or I get judged, or what if I don't know how to spell and it's really tripping me up, or oh, I just can't seem to devote the time, or whatever your thing is. I've heard them all. I've known them all. In fact, I've never written a book yet where I haven't had my own coach, and I know how to write. I've been writing since I was a kid, a little journal that, a little diary, little lock and key that paved the way to a career, to a whole lifeline for me. And so, no, I don't need to have somebody teach me how to write. I know how to do that, but I needed someone to keep me accountable and for someone to be my, champion when I was having resistance. And I think we all need that, no matter what it is that we're choosing to do. We all can find mentors to teach us and to help us to lead the way. And so there's so much I can tell you. Let me just talk to you about this retreat that I have coming up, this boot camp. And it's 5 days at the Bethlehem Center in Nanaimo, Canada, British Columbia. It is beautiful. It's on this beautiful lake and overlooking mountains and nestled in a forest. And the food is yummy, really great food. And so right away, just to be able to work at your book together with others who are working on theirs, which is such a phenomenal way to be in a program where you're not alone and that everybody brings their own wisdom to the table and we all support one another. But you're going to have me. You'll have me the entire time to answer the questions that are relevant to your book. Yeah, but to have that special time carved out where there's no distractions, none. You're not going to have the usual stuff, work, kids, vacuuming the living room, whatever. Things that, I don't know, my house is never so clean as when I have a book to write or a project to do, right? Yeah, the things that we do. No, full on time devoted to your book. Yeah. The very first day, we start off with, the motivation that you have for writing this book. You get to talk to us in your voice, what it is that brought you to this workshop, what made you say yes. And think about that right now. If you could project your imagination into the future, that imagine you're there in this beautiful sacred circle with me and others to talk about this book that you've had in your mind for maybe a very long time. Maybe you're an entrepreneur and you offer these wonderful, services or products, and you found a way to really make someone else's life or many people's lives easier because of it. Well, this is your ticket, right? This is a calling card. This is for you being able to have even more credibility in the world that you get to share in your voice and everything that comes up for you about why now. So I want to offer you something. I want to offer you the opportunity to make a personal call with me, and we can talk about it. Okay, under this video, there's going to be a link to my calendar. You can book in a half an hour call with me, to talk about what your idea is. It doesn't matter where you are on the continuum of just a thought in your mind, like, you've got some kind of idea, to somewhere in the middle. Maybe you're near the end, but you got stuck, you blocked. So it doesn't matter where you are in the continuum of writing your book, but you can talk to me. And I promise you, it's a no pressure call. I'm just all enthusiastic here and passionate because I know the value of holding up a book I've got a bunch of them here. I mean, this is one of the first things I did was this play. I wrote and designed a play or whatever to dispel myths and stigmas about mental illness. It got great acclaim. One of my first books was called Rewrite Your Life. This one's Rewrite Your Life too. It just came out this year. Peace Awaits You. Another book is this one, Your Life Matters, which is all about writing life story. And here's another one, Right Where You Are. I mean, there's nothing like being able to write a book and seeing your name in print and getting the endorsements from the people that you admire. Oh, there's something to it. Beyond ego. When you have a soul calling and you accomplish it, and I'll get you all the way to the publishing store. I'll work with you right to the end. Of course, it won't happen in the 5-day retreat, but oh my goodness, you will be well on your way. But yeah, there's something really spectacular about having a book that you've written and you did it, and you can say, I did that. And it's the most extraordinary way of getting to know ourselves. So important. I get to know more and more and more about myself every time I write a book. It just brings you to yourself, back to who you really are. And yeah, that's a very, very worthwhile accomplishment. I'm just looking for, I don't know if I'm going to see it here or not. Yeah, it may not be here, but it was a quote that I love, and I don't want to say it in case I don't say it properly, so I'll just leave it for now. But it's basically, you get to know yourself for the first time when you kind of circle back at the beginning of the book, and then you get to the end of your book, and you really do, you get to know you better than anyone. And you get to share what's been important to you. Many of us lost our voice a long time ago. It got stolen. And now you can claim it back. So yeah, so going back to booking an appointment with me, it's really a time for just you and me, and it is no pressure. I want what you want, and I want for you what you want for you. So of course, if I can encourage you because you just want to know, get some questions answered, great. But maybe it's not the right time for you, or maybe it's not really what you really want to be doing. But I'm there to talk to you and walk you through that process of wondering, get your questions answered. I prefer that you didn't ask and book an appointment if you don't really think it's your thing, then you know. But if you kind of do, you're just not sure it's the right time, or that the workshop, the 5-day retreat boot camp is going to address the things that you're hoping it will, I've got the answers to all of that and way more. So book a call. And I really hope to see you on January the 26th, okay, till the 30th, and be there with you, along with everyone else. We're there for one another, and I'm so excited. I'm so excited. So if you want to have a book written in 2025, do it now. Right at the beginning of the year. commit to you. Okay. God bless.